Let's talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the 31st. It is New Year's Eve, 2020. It is December the 31st, 2020. I totally forgot to do that. But, ladies and gentlemen, oh my god. Guys, we had a sad AEW about Brody Lee. They had a tribute show of Brody Lee. It wasn't all about championships or rivalries. It was just a sad thing. I even cried for a bit because I hate when people, I don't hate it, it's just when somebody else cries, if I see on TV or anything, I can't watch drama shows that makes people cry or drama TV shows. It will make me cry, but I still watch it. It's just, man, that thing has just made me sad. I don't hate it, it's just, man, I never thought I was going to cry for this, but ladies and gentlemen, I was tearing up as well. It was sad. It was sad because what happened to Brody Lee. And ladies and gentlemen, to start off, we had a whole bunch of messages and video messages for Brody Lee, the tributes of him. And ladies and gentlemen, they had they had a video package of Brody Lee at the end of the show. They showed some WWE superstars. They showed with his family and all that stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, it was upsetting. It was hard to watch. It was really hard to watch. Oh, man. But ladies and gentlemen, it was a beautiful tribute. I'm happy that wrestling does this for people. I'm happy that WWE does it, AEW, even Impact Wrestling will do it as well if they lose a person that's in their roster. But people are hating on WWE because they didn't do the 10 salutes. Guys, they already paid their respects. They did it on Raw. They did it on NXT. I believe they're going to do it on SmackDown as well when Friday hits. But, ladies and gentlemen, they paid their respects. Even the New Day talked about him on Raw Talk. This is the 10 salute thing should be on AEW because they lost an important active wrestler on their show. WWE still cares about the guy, but they lost an active wrestler. This guy was contracted. It wasn't like a legend, like Pat Patterson, that everybody should do a 10 salutes. Every wrestling company, because I think Pat Patterson has been on every single wrestling and give people a voice on AEW, like if some AEW guys were on WWE and they got some advice from Pat Patterson, even WWE guys. But Brody Lee was mainly on AEW. He's contracted there. WWE paid their respects. Everybody's paying their respects. They were doing finishing moves of Brody Lee. They tried their best to pay their respects. Some people want to hate on it. I think they did their job. They did what they had to do. They paid their respects. Some people would do that too. They would just put a picture up says in memory of that person and the year that they were born and the year that they passed. And then they don't do a tribute at all. But this is AEW's guy and they should have done it. And they did a very good job for it. I enjoyed it. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't hate WWE because they actually did pay respects for Luke Harper. I would be more mad or pissed off at them if they didn't have paid no respects. But they did. They did their paid respects. They even had that weird wristband thing that goes on your upper arm for Xavier Woods. It even says Brody. He wasn't Brody in WWE, he was Luke Harper, but he still said Brody, and they've been saying Brody Lee on Raw Talk and all that stuff. So yeah, they did. They paid their respects, and ladies and gentlemen, they did a good job as well. WWE did pay their respects. It's like a family thing. You think Friends is going to do a tribute? No, the family's going to be doing the big tributes, and WWE is friends with the guy, right? They did pay their respects. They wish every friend and family of Luke Harper, of Brody Lee's, wish them well. they paid the respects, and now the family, AEW, has to do the 10 salutes and the tribute, because that's the family thing. You don't see the friends planning a funeral, you see the family planning the funeral. Do you understand? Stop hating on WWE because of what they done. Jeez. It's a sad memory, a sad thing that happened, and you guys want to complain about what WWE didn't do? Seriously? Stop doing that. But ladies and gentlemen, to start off AEW, we had the 10 salutes, 10 bell salute for Brody Lee, with everybody on the stage, producers, referees, wrestlers, even his family, Brody Lee's family, his wife, and his 2 kids on the stage. And I believe the one that made the matches was in the mass, Brody Lee Jr., but they want to call him -1. -1. I don't know why, but I guess that's what he is. -1. But ladies and gentlemen, all these matches that we're going to be announcing and doing the results on, it's all because of -1. And I thought it was a pretty decent show. So, ladies and gentlemen, good job for -1 making the matches. Hey, that guy could be a GM. That kid could be a GM. That'd be cool. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the matches. And ladies and gentlemen, we got a debut, but he doesn't work on AEW. It's just, it makes sense because this guy is a brother to Brody Lee. And, yeah, so it makes sense. I think it makes sense. And it was good to see him in a wrestling ring again. But ladies and gentlemen, we had the Young Bucks, Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson. The tag team champions will be versing Colt Cabana. Teaming up with Colt Cabana to verse Private Party and Matt Hardy. And ladies and gentlemen, this is all Dark Order guys teaming up with faces and teaming up with random guy, regular tag teams. Like Dark Order's Colt Cabana is not teaming up with Young Bucks. He's not supposed to be a good guy. He's a heel. But ladies and gentlemen, it's not all about rivalries. It's all about friendship and respect. So, that's what they said as well. So we got the Young Bucks and Colt Cabana versus a Private Party and Matt Hardy. It was a pretty decent match. I enjoyed the match. I enjoyed Colt Cabana. Everybody was crying. Everybody was crying. Everybody was wearing purple. Well, not everybody, but the Dark Order guys was wearing purple just for Brody Lee. Mostly Dark Order guys was wearing Brody Lee's attire or their way of doing the attire, stuff like that, wearing his coat and doing stuff like that. Mostly Dark Order members are doing that. But you see, like the Young Bucks, they had that wristband that goes on your shoulder and a t-shirt of Brody Lee. They got a tribute t-shirt for Brody Lee as well. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Young Bucks and Colt Cabana. The winner of that, I already told you who won that. It was a pretty decent match. But ladies and gentlemen, how they won is because Matt Hardy wants to use his cheating ways. He brought a chair out and he told Mark Quinn to whack him with the chair. But Mark Quinn said no. He's not going to do that, but ladies and gentlemen, they lost. Colt Cabana got the pin and they won the match. But the Acclaim came out and wants to spit some bars. Is that how they say it? Spit some bars? They want to spit some bars, but the SCU came out and dipped them into the ring, and I don't think they got attacked. I think that's the end of that. And then we heard at New Year's Night Smash Night 1, they're still going to do that, but New Year's Smash number 1, I think is going to be happening on Night 1. We're going to see Young Bucks and SCU versus Acclaim in the Hybrid 2 in an 8-man tag team match. Pretty cool. Then we had Lance Archer dressed as Luke Harper, the WWE persona of Brody Lee, with his white tank top and his blue jeans. And he has bandanas around his wrist, and he has a scarf at his buttocks pocket. So it was a WWE persona. I think WWE was okay with it because it's a common goal. Tribute to Brody Lee. The guy, I guess he was in good terms with WWE when he left, and we know he's definitely in good terms with AEW because he's contracted there. But I don't think WWE was really upset that he left. They were still friends. Handshake. I guess Vince McMahon was still a fan of Brody Lee, so I think he was okay. I think he was okay with WWE showing pictures of Brody Lee with WWE superstars. We saw Bray Wyatt in there, Eric Rowan with the SmackDown Tag Team titles, Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, all of those people. All the photos that you saw that's on the internet was on the tributes. So all that stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, Lance Archer teams up with Evil Uno and Stu Grayson of the Dark Order to verse Eddie Kingston, the Butcher, and the Blade. I thought it was a pretty decent match. It was pretty good. But the winner of that match was Lance Archer and the Dark Order. But ladies and gentlemen, they weren't done there. Eddie Kingston went back in the ring. Well, I think Lance Archer brought him back in the ring. And then everybody started punching him back and forth. And then we saw Jake the Snake Roberts did his clothesline. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of that. Jake Roberts actually did a move. Then we had the Inner Circle, MJF, Santana, and Ortiz versus Alex Reynolds, John Silver, and Adam Page. And you see Mr. John Silver wearing the attire of Brody Lee. The tights that, I don't know what you call it, but he was wearing the Brody Lee attire. And ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match. I enjoyed it. And then we had Wardlow coming out to try to make a save for the Inner Circle. And then you saw a big, huge man running to the ring to save the Dark Order. It's Eric Redbeard, a.k.a. Eric Rowan, makes his debut in AEW to take out Wardlow. And they ran in the back. Jake Hager didn't help him because next week we're going to see Jake Hager versus Wardlow. So, I think they're trying to do a little bit of the rivalry stuff. They're still doing a little bit of rivalry stuff. And then, ladies and gentlemen, MJF got so mad, he ripped the mask off of Brody Lee Jr., or -1. And then, ladies and gentlemen, he turned around and we saw Brody Lee Jr. whack MJF with a dang candlestick. That was amazing. And, ladies and gentlemen, and then the winner of that match was Adam Page, Alex Reynolds, and John Silver getting the win. And John Silver is crying his eyes out. Even Alex Reynolds. And then Eric Redbeard comes out, has a sign. I forgot what it says, but it's something about "See you later, brother. See you down the road." So all of that stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope Eric Rowan comes to AEW. Maybe replace Brody Lee, maybe. Do what Brody Lee did and be the assaulted one. I don't know. I don't know if they want to replace him or not. We don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, we have the women's tag team match. We have a women's tag team match. Anna Jay and Conti versus Britt Baker and Ford in a women's tag team match. Anna Jay was crying her eyes out as well every time she was doing the moves and all that stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Anna Jay and Conti. And Britt Baker says this whole match was rigged. Well, I think it was rigged because it's for the Dark Order. Ding dong. But ladies and gentlemen, Britt Baker keep on complaining, and then she was about to walk out until Thunder Rosa comes out and attacks Britt Baker. And ladies and gentlemen, they got separated by the referees. Then we had the main event, Cody Rhodes, Orange Cassidy, and 10 of the Dark Order versus Team Taz. And I thought it was a pretty decent match, but ladies and gentlemen, Cody wasn't really okay with 10 because remember, months ago, the Dark Order destroyed the Nightmare family. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was hard. Even Orange Cassidy had his problems with the Dark Order as well. So, it was hard for them, but ladies and gentlemen, I thought it was a pretty decent match. It was pretty good, but the winner of that match was Cody Rhodes, 10, and Orange Cassidy. But ladies and gentlemen, they were doing their hugs, they were crying, and then Team Taz ruined it. Even his kid named Hook. Who calls their kid Hook? Did you hook a fish? Why? I hope it's a nickname. I really hope it's a nickname, because who in the world calls their kid Hook? I'm not making fun of it, it's just, are you talking about a fish hook? What kind of hook are you talking about? But Team Taz attacked Cody Rhodes, 10, and Orange Cassidy until the lights went out. Here, Darby Allin saw music. He went down he was coming up from the audience, and then the lights went out again, and then snow pop out, and then Sting comes out with the same door with Darby Allin walking towards to the ring, and Team Taz. It felt like they didn't know what snow is, because they were touching each other and like, what is this? Why is it wet on me? You guys don't know what snow is? Seriously? You guys don't know what snow is? Tony Schiavone was yelling it out, and he was like, seriously, there's something wrong with you guys. You don't know what snow is. How old are you guys? And you don't know what snow is. I think you guys been in every world, in every single city. Didn't you guys? You traveled everywhere. You don't know what snow is. Hobbs is like touching a hook. What is this stuff? Why am I wet? Oh, God. And then, ladies and gentlemen, at the end, they had their tribute to Brody Lee. They did the video package, but they did more stuff before that. Cody Rhodes has a message, and ladies and gentlemen, about what he thinks, because everybody else did like a video package, but he didn't. He wants to do it live, and everybody he was crying as well. And then he calls out Brody Lee Jr. And Brody Lee Jr. comes out and he puts his father's boots in the middle of the ring. Cody put Brody Lee's scarf in the middle of the ring, and then Tony Khan says, "Your father was the best TNT champion." No offense on Cody Rhodes, but he says, "You're the champion for life," and he gave Brody Lee Jr. the TNT championship to keep. But if you guys look on their YouTube, I guess they're creating a new design for the TNT title. I don't know when it's going to debut, because in 2 weeks, Brian Cage gets his shot at the TNT title against Darby Allin. But ladies and gentlemen, I thought it was a great tribute. Congrats to AEW doing this. I think the fans loved it. I think Brody Lee's family loved it. I loved it, man. I even cried about it. Man. I tried to hold my tears in. But ladies and gentlemen, it's a very sad thing, and 2020 is almost over. We have a couple hours. Right now it's 11:16, and ladies and gentlemen, we have a couple hours until 2021 comes to life. And ladies and gentlemen, I can't wait until we get some good news on 2021. And I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. And Brody Lee will always be missed, man. Like, even in the Wyatt family, I watched him in the WWE. I seen him live with my father, with my dad, when he was part of the Wyatt family. The funny part is that the fans would tell him take a shower, because it's when he was wearing the dirty white tank top and his blue jeans. The first Wyatt family gimmick when he was wearing when he first debuted. So yeah, I watch him live, and my dad as well. We've seen him live, but I don't think my dad knows who he is, because he doesn't know a lot of wrestlers in this era. So yeah, but it's a very sad thing, and I hope everything is going to be okay with his family. Well, I hope he has a good deal on his contract, the little boy, Brody Lee Jr., the 8-year-old. Hope he has a good contract. He gets a lot of money. But ladies and gentlemen, rest in peace to Brody Lee. And ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys tomorrow for my New Year's video. I will wish you guys a Happy New Year's. I do it every year. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all for me today. Tyler is out. Bye. Oh yeah, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys tomorrow. That's all for me today. Tyler's out. Bye bye.